and welcome to another episode of Connecting the Dots, where thought leaders, game changers, and innovators of the media and telco industry share their tips, insights, and learnings. My name is Andy Waltenspiel, and I'm running a Munich-based consultancy for the media and technology industries. Today, my guest is Antony Zuyderhoff. He's SVP Global Devices at Commscope. Welcome, Antony. Hello.
Hi, Andy. Good to see you. Virtually
Good.
anyway.
Virtually, exactly. So you are in just outside of London, you said, right?
Yeah, that's correct. About 30 miles outside of London. Just off the River Thames, actually. So nice area.
Very nice. Now you just need nice weather on that rainy island.
Absolutely.
Good. So tell our viewers a little bit about Commscope. I mean, yes, everybody probably knows that you're the number one in CPE, but nevertheless, give us an overview of Commscope and your role, please.
Sure. I'd say we play a role in virtually all of the world's communications networks. Generally, we would say we create the infrastructure that connects people and technologies, whether it be wireline, wireless, indoor, outdoor, campus and venue, or even inside the home. And my particular role is in the home network segment. It was formerly known as the CPE segment. My own role is leading the global video team, which we've renamed recently to Home Media Solutions. And this is the largest of the home networks businesses.
Okay. So the set-top box is dead is something we heard probably for the last 20 years now. Other interviewees saying, no, it's not dead. It's not going away. It's a key control point in my network. I need it. So it's not dead. It's here to stay, but there's change. And what is this change that you see in the video CPE industries? Help us a little bit.
If I was being bold, I would say maybe perhaps the set-top box is dead, but to be replaced by streamers and smart media devices. There's an evolution of what we used to call set-top box to now be something that offers a panoply of different services on the largest screen of your home. And we do see longevity in that type of a solution. We still do quite well in that space. And we continue to be a profitable company in video as well. I'm not denying there are challenges, but to go so far as to say it's dead, of course, is an exaggeration.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit, what are these challenges that might also be opportunities that you're facing? And probably you have faced quite some big challenges with supply chain in the last couple of months with the lockdown in various parts of the world.
But even pre-COVID, the video was challenged. Certainly two phenomenon, cord cutting. There's also something known as cord shaving, where you're not, completely eliminating your pay TV subscription, but you're certainly going down to the lowest tier. We were dealing with that. And then, of course, COVID hits. And that has an immediate impact, obviously, on supply chain. We have factories in several locations around the world. And we have suppliers that are also around the world. I'm kind of proud to say, and the supply chain team doesn't report to me, but they are my partners for sure. They did an amazing job. None of our customers were out of stock through COVID. We managed to keep everybody in stock. And I think it's the diversity of the supply chain that definitely helped. Video in particular has been impacted by COVID. And there are a few main reasons for that. Obviously, I think one of the main things is the postponement or cancellation of major sporting events. The second impact, I would say, is just around professional installs. The lockdown themselves have caused technicians not to be able to enter into people's homes. And I'd say the third area is just the recessionary impact of, folks being out of work, currency and FX shifts. So there's certainly been a demand side decline because of COVID. The supply side, I'd say, we did well to overcome those.
Okay. So you mentioned the term streamer, which I understand is an IP connection, OTT, IPTV box. You coined a few others, like you coined the SMD to that term. What is the SMD?
Right. So we've been talking about for a while now, SMD, to not say STB, given the negativity around that. And I think it reflects what could potentially be, and we're having some success in this area, is a new category of device that combines not just great video, but it gives you great audio as well. A lot of times you're buying a wonderful new flat panel 4K HDR TV, only to find that the sound quality doesn't match the video quality. So we've seen interest in combining high quality sound, not always to the soundbar level, but high quality sound with the set-top box. And then also the voice capability as well. So by simple addition of microphones, good far-field microphones, you can have a far-field voice experience now as well. Having voice assistants in our home is something that's quite natural. So we've been partnering with people like Amazon on doing voice visual, where you can integrate an Amazon service into what was the set-top box or the smart media device. Be able to do all kinds of things with regards to your video service, search for content, change channel, raise volume, lower volume, etc. But also enjoy all of the voice visual services that Amazon in this case and other partners provide. I always use the example, if you can ask Alexa or Google, what's the weather today in Munich? It's easy, you can hear that. But if you ask, what's the weather this week in Munich? To hear that only from an audio perspective, it becomes quite tedious. Being able to hear some audio feedback, but also visually see what the weather is going to be for the next 7 days, and have both is an important, I think, transition, and something that we're seeing a lot of traction around.
Absolutely. So you're a global player. So what are the trends you see that maybe you're experiencing already in the US or in Asia that you expect to come to life in Europe sooner or later?
Sure, I could share a little. Broadband is no longer bundled with video. It's almost the opposite. You get video with your broadband subscription. What's interesting is that, operators were aggregating pay TV content for a while. It's been disaggregated with all of these streaming technologies. And I believe there's an opportunity, and we've seen several operators around the world are benefiting from that, the reaggregation. Having a one-stop shop, small device, very inexpensive, with unified search, a great UI that reaggregates all of this. We're seeing operators, in particular in North America, and I would say Comcast, and it's all public. Their Flex service is a model I believe that we will see more of, not just in North America, but globally as well. And there it's very much bundling a video service with a basic set of packaging streaming services with their broadband, and then allowing the consumer to take a pay TV or premium subscription if they want, but a very flexible package associated with broadband. And I think that is the future of video for operators globally, for most operators anyway. Notion of super aggregation doesn't just apply to video, could apply to audio, and also smart assistant, and basically any type of smart home technology is something that there's an opportunity for operators to be that trusted advisor and super aggregator of all kinds of services. Being able to go to a one-stop shop that you feel secure and you trust is, I think, something very, very important. In particular, where we live in Europe, as you know, Andy, there's the always on and listening aspect of voice assistance is something that certainly does trouble certain consumers as well.
Good. So the famous question, we talked about many trends already. Now the $100 million question. I give you $100 million. What do you do with? How do you invest it?
Yeah, I love that question. Maybe I'll just say retire.
No, it's for Commscope.
For Commscope. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's not so easy to answer.
Yeah. Working from home now for the past 90 days almost has really brought to light how important the home really is. Being able to watch all kinds of and listen to all kinds of content. It's our concert hall, our movie house, our home right now. And, having through all of that comes a lot of opportunity. And if I had $100 million to answer your question, I think I'd invest, obviously not just in our own innovation with our own teams, but I think I'd look for some partners to look at that transformation of the home and be that secure aggregator of all kinds of new services, and new technologies that I think really will have an impact over the next 18 to 24 months.
Antony, that was a great chat. We covered quite a lot, from the set-top-box is not that, that's just the term set-top-box is that, it's called streamers now, or SMDs if there's voice and sound with it. Voice anyway, super important. You call it the house is the movie theater and concert hall. I like that. It needs security, by the way, and
Absolutely.
whole home coverage. So that's the other side of the fence for you.
Yep.
So thank you very much,
Thank you, Andy,
for these insights. Pleasure to have you here, and hope we can chat soon. If not on Zoom, then maybe one day on a trade show when we can travel.
I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Thanks for the opportunity, Andy. It was great to catch up with you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Antony.
Right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.